Hello Aquarius, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Aquarius for the week of August 22nd. Now do keep in mind, this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate. Looks like the Three of Pentacles, by the way, wants to come out. I'm not sure why that card just flipped out, but I do feel like I should say it. Take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. So the Three of Pentacles is about reward, recognition, craftsmanship, artistry, teamwork. And so we'll see if that comes into your reading. Let's go ahead and make sure we're getting all the cards out and making sure we're all set up and in view. I do hope you're doing well. Hope things are good for you. Kind of a chaotic start here, but that's all right. I am using the Tarot Muka as well as the Kipper Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below. And let's go ahead and take 3 Kipper cards. Put this right here. All right. So, Aquarius. Drawn right away to these the double fours showing up, and then also the swords cards. So you have 3 swords cards and the 2 fours, okay? And so what I feel like saying, there's something about your footing in the ground. There's something about your stability. And I think some of you, I'm going to be honest with you, I think some of you are spending a little bit too much time in the air, Aquarius. Okay, it's spending too much time in the ethers, okay? I think some of you need to only take this as it resonates. It's not going to resonate with everybody, but some of you should clear your crown chakra, all right? Sometimes when we're too far in the air, we are too much in our crown chakra. So if you're unfamiliar, we have 7 main energy wheels in the body. The last one, number 7, is the crown chakra, and that's actually your spiritual receiving center. That's where you receive spiritual downloads, is through the crown chakra. It's right through, like above your head, right above your hair, okay? And that's where the spiritual downloads come in. I think some of you are spending a lot of time in the crown right now, and I think some of you need to spend time in the root chakra, okay? I think some of you need to get rooted, get grounded here because of these 2 swords cards I'm going to talk about. We have 3 swords cards, but the 9 and the 10 in particular. Let's dive in and I'll talk about this some more. So in the overall situation, you have the devil, which is also a reason why I'm saying that some of you are a little bit too far in the air. Some of you are a little bit spending too much time there. And this devil card can be heavily associated with excessive thinking, and specifically excessively negative thinking, doom and gloom thinking, just being, negative, spiteful. Those sorts of energies can come forward. It could also be a toxic person in your life as well. Some of you maybe have ended something with somebody here, and it's probably, I'm going to be real with you, it's probably for the best because of the 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords, and the devil. Yeah, there's definitely swords. You can think of swords as like severing or severance, and it is possible that you've had to cut, as a sword would do, cut ties with somebody here. And it's probably going to be a net benefit to you because of the 4 of Swords in the future, but those things are very hard, right? I don't want to diminish it or downplay it in any way. Those things are very hard. And so, yeah, but there is something about negativity here that I think, I think is coming forward. In the past, you have the 9 of Swords and the 4 of Wands. So your marriage or long-term partnership might have been keeping you up late at night, or might have been causing you to worry at an extreme level. Actually, the 9 of Swords is sort of like a card that can be associated with like mental breakdowns, or like being really mentally going through it. It can be a very big card of mental challenges in one's life, and just really big fear. Fear is probably the biggest word associated with the 9 of Swords, but this is, I think, about anxiety here, and just like something relating to the mind. And again, the crown chakra being up, being in the air, your mind being at the top of your body, your mind being the thoughts, being something that is in the air. And also swords being associated with air signs, you being an air sign, and swords also being associated with communication and thoughts. Hopefully you're seeing the symbolism here. That's all sort of connecting in this reading. The Four of Wands is a card of marriage. And so like I said, I do think some of you maybe have separated here in the past. Or this could be showing up in the future as well, the Ten of Swords. However, there's been a development in the past that has really hurt you for some of you. And it's because of some level of toxicity. It's because of some level of negativity. And I think all of this is leading you to, maybe you're watching a lot of tarot readings, okay, because of this crown chakra message. Some of you could be watching a lot of tarot readings, and that could certainly be the case. Some of you may be like doing you may be going and doing a bunch of different spiritual readings as well, because all of those are associated with the crown, the spiritual center. Sometimes like we can't get a why. Sometimes we can't get our question answered, and there's probably a deeper reason for why you can't get a why. So if you've been asking yourself, why did this person do this? Why did they act like this? Why did they whatever? Right now, for whatever reason, it feels like you can't get a why to the question that you have. In the future, you have the Ten of Swords and the Four of Swords. You'll get a why in the future here with the Ten of Swords. Okay, Ten of Swords is something that's completely done, dead, over with, not coming back, a cycle closing out, a chapter completing, something done, something that's completely done. When you get the Ten of Swords, okay, there's an element of finality with this card. And then you have this Four of Swords as well, which is rest, recovery, rejuvenation, and even spirituality. As you see, this person is praying. You see they're praying there. And more importantly, do you see the Three Swords above this person? That's the Three of Swords card. Three of Swords represents heartbreak or separation. This person's healing from heartbreak. And so I think some of you are trying to find a why. You haven't gotten the why yet. And this is showing up as like excessively negative thinking and assuming the worst as well. And I think this is a big point that some of you could maybe work through at this time. This is, I think, heavily associated with a romantic relationship or partnership, but in the clarifications, if I see something about work, especially since we got the Three of Pentacles that popped out in the beginning of this reading, that could be referring to your colleagues as well. Like if your marriage is going very well, then it's not about your marriage. Then this is about your colleagues probably, because of that Three of Pentacles that popped out. Let's see what else we get. Let's go ahead and clarify. So you have the Queen of Cups. You have the Eight of Pentacles. You have the Strength card. And the Page of Pentacles. All right. So, taking a look here, definitely like these clarifications that are coming in. The Queen of Cups, I think some of you could benefit from signing up for some traditional therapy, if that is available to you, if that's an option for you. I know it's not an option for everybody. And if it's resonating with you, right? I can't make recommendations. I'm not a doctor or a health professional, but if it resonates with you, the Queen of Cups is the traditional therapist in the tarot. And to get that combined with the Nine of Swords, that's like a kind of like it's potentially like a psychological situation that you're working through right now. And there could be somebody who can really help you sort of pick that apart, that does it for a living. And yeah, I feel like maybe that could be on the table for some of you. The other thing is the Queen of Cups can just refer to you like really taking care of yourself, and therapy is a form of doing that, but like really like taking care of your energy, putting your feet on the sand, dipping in the ocean, diving in the ocean, going out in nature, going in the forest, or even just plainly doing something that you enjoy to do, all right? Enjoy doing. Something like that, something like that. You have this Eight of Pentacles, which is about hard work and effort, but more importantly, talent. You can see the mallet that they are holding. The mallet is symbolism for craftsmanship and artistry and talent and hard work. And skills. What this can show is, especially if this is related to love, which I think for some of you it is, this could show you throwing yourself into work and saying, okay, this thing happened, but now I'm just going to focus on me and I'm going to focus on my work and becoming the best at what I do. That comes forward oftentimes with the Eight of Pentacles. The Strength card, again, 8, another 8 here. I do have some numbers that are, wait, no, we don't have, oh yeah, we do. We do have repeating numbers, 4, 4, 8, 8, which is interesting because those are divisible numbers. The Strength card is all about overcoming an internal obstacle and having willpower. So again, there's like, we've been talking about you wanting a why and not finding a why yet. Well, I feel like the why is coming in, and it will take strength for you to maybe process that, but you can absolutely process it. The Page of Pentacles is about prospects in life. Okay, it says that you can have there could be a very good prospect, or your prospects could be looking up. Again, this is about like you going through something challenging here, and a prospect sort of coming a prospect that is born out of the struggle, out of the challenge, out of you learning something. But it's up to you. It's up to you to learn the lessons, right? Let's go ahead and let's take a look at what the Kipper cards are. Yeah, I mean, something really challenging here. Something really, really challenging here. Message of Concern, Thief, and Coffin. Thief is the most challenging card in the Kipper, and the Message of Concern, obviously, some of you could have just gotten word of something very challenging that has happened here. Coffin, this is not about death or dying. This is about endings in life, just like the Ten of Swords card, about, I think, someone leaving or a chapter being closed here for good. Definitely an element of finality here between you and another person showing up. And so, yeah, let's go ahead and put this right there, and then let's start to get some more clarifications. But if you're enjoying this video so far, please do hit that like button and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow in a big way. So you have the Empress, you have the Queen of Pentacles, and you also have the Magician. All right, so, this could be the mother energy here is now showing up in the past. Now, this is showing up in the past, so just to be clear, I'm not fear casting here. This is not showing up in the future, okay? So this is not a prediction that I'm making. What I'm saying is the past, there could have been, if this is not about a romantic relationship, this could be involving your mother in some ways with the Empress here. Yeah, or it could be that you yourself are a mother, and this is about motherhood for you as well, with the Empress showing up. The Empress, though, kind of just on a baseline level, is more about abundance and fertility, and the ability to see something grow in your life, kind of see a seed of abundance or a prospect of abundance grow. It's a very good card. It's Venus energy. We do have to take all of the cards into consideration. I do think there's profit available to you here with this Eight of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Queen of Pentacles all kind of around each other. Those are all about your resources, your money. And the cards that we're getting in the clarifications are much better, and they're very good. And so I think that there's profit in you following a talent, passion, and hobby. And I think that there's profit in you throwing yourself into your work, especially if you're dealing with like a bozo or a bonehead who, somebody that like was toxic, maybe even cheated on you. If there's somebody like that, I don't know if it's cheating, but if there's just somebody that's toxic, maybe your significant other or whatever that you're removing yourself from, I think throwing yourself into your work, there could be profit there for you. Queen of Pentacles is about practicality, and also somebody who's extremely smart with their money, good with budgeting, planning, all of those sorts of things, resourceful. And then the Magician is about you manifesting something into your life. It says you have all of the talent, skills, gifts, and abilities that you need to be extremely powerful as a manifestor and as a person, but you must act, right? And so we have a couple of cards of talent here with the Eight of Pentacles and the Magician, and then also the Three of Pentacles, which popped out at the beginning of the reading. See what else we have? Yeah, there we go. We have the Three of Wands, and we also have the Two of Swords. So I said, so the Three of Wands card that I love to see because it's an exciting energy. This person's like looking out to the ocean, looking out to the future, and they're realizing that they've got all of these waters are available to them. You know, they've got the entire ocean in front of them. And this can represent travel, but it can also represent just kind of moving into a new adventure and getting excited and seeing what's out there for yourself. The Two of Swords is kind of opposite energy, where there's something out there, but the Two of Swords is like you can't see it because the blindfold is on them. And so it's this idea of, I think some of you here, like you actually have two, wait, no, we don't have the Eight of Swords, but very much Eight of Swords energy in my mind here. But, you know, achieving clarity in something, around something in your life is going to be very important, especially as you have the Three of Wands, which can really expand and grow something amazing in your life. At the top of the pyramid, you have the Nine of Pentacles, amazing, but it is about independence. So I do think some of you are recently single or about to be single. Something like that could be coming in here. And the Nine of Pentacles is about financial independence generally, so definitely a very nice energy to find. On the bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Pentacles, which is very amazing. It's seed energy, definitely a nice combination to get with the Empress, because that could mean that you're planting a new seed of abundance in your life, and there could be something new coming in. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next reading.